Other hidden gems are our mountains. First, the sleeping giant that is the Gran Sasso, with the highest peaks of the Apennines. Then, the curvaceous beauty of the Maiella, the series of sandstone ramparts of the Monte della Laga. And finally, the Velino Serente group, with renowned ski resorts. A legend links our mountains to the goddess Maya, who was the most beautiful of the Pleiades. Maya fled from Phrygia with her only son Hermes, the giant, who had been severely wounded in battle. After a long pilgrimage, they took refuge in the mountains of Abruzzo, where she looked for a miraculous herb, the only one that could save her son. Unfortunately, the mountain was covered in snow, so every effort was in vain, and Hermes died. Maya, overwhelmed with grief, buried him on the Gran Sasso. Even today, those who observe the mountain from the east can recognize the profile of the sleeping giant. Inconsolable, Maya wandered for a long time until, consumed by grief, she died on the mountain that now bears her name, the Maiella. There, she was buried by the shepherds who had welcomed her. The mountain took the form of a petrified woman in pain, bent on herself and staring at the sea. Another gem of ours, with its colors ranging from blue to light blue to green blue, depending on the hours of the day, and its long, wide, fine sandy beaches, is the Sea of Abruzzo. It constitutes the central part of the Adriatic, which in turn is the part of the Mediterranean Sea between the Italian peninsula and the Balkan peninsula. The name Adriatic, according to Tito Livio and other historians, derives from Atri, previously named Adria, and then Atria, the ancient city of Abruzzo that dates back 3,000 years. To the Sea by Sary. Azure Road. You can always take me back to myself. In the clear light blue of the surface, I already love to hear the overture of a never fully unveiled symphony. Then I venture, not without fear, into the dark blue of the depth, searching for dissonances and secret harmonies that nobody else can hear. Until, refreshed, I come back to shore, full of chords and cadences that I have so dear. The trabocchi are ancient fishing machines typical of that part of the Abruzzo coast stretching from Ortona to Vasto, now known as the Trabocchi Coast. The wooden structure, stretched out on the sea and originally linked to the mainland by a wooden walkway, rests on large Aleppo pine logs, resilient to seawater and very elastic, so that the trabocco can oscillate in the gusts of the maestral wind without suffering any damage. The antennas of this strange insect, such is the aspect seen from afar, stretch from the platform and are suspended a few meters from the surface of the sea. A large fishing net called trabocchetto was attached to the antennas. The first platforms were built around the end of the 18th century by fishermen of Jewish origin, resident in Abruzzo. The trabocchi allowed them to fish without having to go offshore, which was useful during days with adverse weather conditions. Nowadays, the trabocchi have become a symbol of Abruzzo's coastal culture. Many of them have been converted into restaurants where you can enjoy the delicacies of Abruzzo cuisine with a look at the blue turquoise Adriatic. Not only the sea, but also lakes, like the gem of the Lake of Scano or the Lake of Campotosto, in which the Gran Sasso and the Monte della Laga are mirrored. Finally, springs and rivers. Here's the crystal-clear water of the River Vera, flowing across the village of Tempera, near the city of L'Aquila, the sources of which are now a protected natural area. From the village of Canistro Inferiore, a road walks up the mountain, in the midst of the green of trees and shrubs, as you walk on the spontaneous herb carpet. You are accompanied by the melody of the flowing water. They are the springs of Sponga. Waterfalls, clear lakes and ponds, on the bottom of which we can see the hydrophilic herbs combine into an Eden of colors, sounds, and perfumes.